one of the crazy things that is just crazy about getting really deep with God is that he seriously, you could believe it or not, wherever you're at, you might not, you may. Or maybe you can't see it, but you're just gonna take my word for it. This guy's talking to me now. So, craziest thing over here is, one of the crazy things that I just realized is that, like, for example, these truck keys are made by God. They're not made by human beings. But many people think it's their car keys. Like for me, I'm just now, I go to lock my truck. Like as I'm walking, I want to make sure, I have like OCD with that shit. Like even though I knew I locked it, I still wanted to relock it. But I'm walking and I'm looking at my truck at afar. And I'm like, what is this in my hand? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this is. We don't know anything. They're just a bunch of toys. And the non-organic toys are crazy because they're just objects here and we're not sure what they are. We really don't know what they are because out here feels like a fairy tale land now. Like anywhere I would go to, it just feels like that. It feels like, what is this, bro? Who am I? What are we? What are we doing here? Now, to some degree, we know we're living a life and we have the ability to be conscious. We're conscious. We are here. Like, we're here. And we have consciousness. But we don't really know what, like, our bodies are. We really don't. And this is something that, like, a lot of people that I would watch would talk about, like Muji and whatever. Different ones that I've seen, you know. But like with spirituality, the funny thing is really what I've known about this and trying to see what this is and what my purpose, and purpose is very surface, wanting to know purpose. But then you get to like deeper stuff and you realize there is a purpose here and you realize who your crew is. There's the crews. People have crews here, and I believe, if I had to gander, I don't know for sure, that there's a totem pole of soul part. Like there's people that are in my family but way below me, so most likely would never really hang out too much, maybe not interact, but perhaps if I just felt, if the situation called for it, you know. Can I go? So here we are, and like, it's a joke out here, but it isn't, because we know we're here. We know this life is pretty long, to be honest. And we know that now, if you're an unconscious, like I led a big part of my life just still not knowing what this was, but thinking that I'm important. Nothing is important out here. Like, what I mean is the demeanor of what you're doing. If you think that you're important, you're gonna come off as an asshole to people that are like me, who are just sort of moving and being like, we're in this universe. We got put here. What is this? Like, what am I, bro? What is a tree? That's pretty much it. Am I using this video as slightly therapy? Maybe. But I'm also saying some things that make sense. This shit is crazy over here. It's so many creations of things, and we don't really truly know what they are, and we don't truly know what God is. I do have theories on what God is and how it works actually, and I don't think it's been said. And I'm not gonna say, I already know toys haven't been really talked about ever. And I know toys is one of those concepts where if you go up to a random person, right, you talk about toys. Like I talk about toys with people if I interact with them. And at first a lot of people are just like, oh yeah, everything's a toy, yeah. But there's some people, the conversation goes on and then they're still thinking about the toys, and then they realize. And it's a concept that should be explored for yourself, because why? Like, for toys, for me, I discovered this months ago, and still I'm getting intuition about how we can look at this. So that means that if there's so much variation in how we can understand toys here, then that means that other people might be interpreting it somehow different. If you're inquiring about toys, for example, anything spiritual, you inquire about it, what's going to happen is God's going to tell you some things, because you're inquiring about something that's very real. If you're inquiring about something that's real, even if you're not 100% with God, he's going to reveal some things to you, because I know that from my spiritual journey about not 100% being with God, but still wanting to seek answers here. So here we are. This kind of looks like weed, but it's not. Too bad. That'd be a lot. I think we'll leave it at that. And God bless you.